Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, hi, I'm Lauren. I'm a handmade artist, small business owner, and a full-time stay-at-home mom to 4 wild little boys. Yes, 4. Chaos is the lifestyle. And somehow, in between the snacks and schoolwork, diaper changes, and breaking up literal WWE style living room matches, I run a handmade baby mobile business. I started my shop on Etsy about 4 years ago, and since then, over 4,350 sales. Kind of nuts, right? About a year ago, I finally took that terrifying but super exciting leap and launched my own website. It was a little scary, but I'm telling you, it was worth it. Listen now, I did not start this with some big business plan. No, I started with me as a very pregnant woman with my 3rd son, sitting on my computer chair, aggressively nesting and endlessly scrolling Pinterest for nursery decor. You know the vibe. And that is when I stumbled on handmade baby mobiles. And I just fell. Like hard. These tiny little floating pieces of art, the magic, the whimsy, the cozy, dreamy vibes, I just couldn't get enough. And thanks to the generous amount of time during the COVID lockdowns, I figured, why not try making one myself? Cue the montage of me completely going overboard. I didn't just make one. I made like a dozen, maybe more. My living room slowly transformed into the felt and string version of a Baby R Us store. No joke. My husband eventually walked in and was like, "So what's the plan with all of this?" Valid question, fair, but also kind of rude. These were adorable and they were way too cute to just throw away. And honestly, I didn't even know anyone pregnant at that time to give them to. So I did the most random thing I could do. I just threw them up on Etsy. I took absolutely terrible photos. I mean, they were bad. They were dark. They were blurry. No aesthetic. Not very proud of how they came out. And you guys, somehow, by the grace of the algorithm gods, my first baby mobile sold within just a week. Oh my goodness, I was so excited. I figured maybe this is just luck, but we'll see. And then another one sold, and another, and then a 4th. And that's when I realized, oh my goodness, I might actually be onto something. Now, back then, I had no clue what theme I wanted to go with for my own nursery, so I was kind of making everything at that time. One week, I was obsessed with Under the Sea. I made Under the Sea baby mobiles. Then I moved over to Safari, Jungle. My husband desperately wanted us to go with a Noah's Ark theme. Shout out to my husband, he loves a good theme. Then I moved to dinosaurs, and then finally, I created this little storybook dragon baby mobile, and my Etsy shop just totally took off out of nowhere. But the real surprise, my puppy dog mobile. I genuinely thought, no one's really going to want this. It's a little boring. It's just 5 little dogs. But boy, was I wrong. That's when my shop blew up. Orders started flying in faster than I could even process them. And that's when I hit a wall. Like, what do I do now? Do I just shut it down? Or do I figure out how to scale without losing my mind? My husband, shout out to him, was like, "Lauren, hire some help. Seriously, you need to hire somebody." Cool. But how do I hire? First, I tried hiring people I knew. That was a bust. Then my friends' college age kids. No, that was a total flop. I was desperate. So I went back to the place that started it all. Etsy. Yep. I slid right into the DMs of every baby mobile maker I could find. I sent this exact message word for word. "Hi, I was wondering if you were open to making bulk orders on my felt designs. I too am a baby mobile seller and I need someone to help me sew my items. I'm looking to pay for 50 individual items at a time. I'll need clouds, moons, dogs, trees, mountain horses. I've already got Cricut files for them." Out of the 40 messages I sent, only 2 people replied, and one of them was Lubov, an absolute angel. I hired her immediately, and guess what? She's still with me. Since November of 2022, almost 3 years, time flies. Together, we grew this crazy little handmade business into a full-time job, not just for me, but for her too. But plot twist. In July of 2023, Etsy shut down my shop. Yep. Gone overnight. And that is a story for another day. Oh my goodness. And trust me, do I have words. But today Today, we're going to focus on the good stuff, the work, the creating, the magic of turning piles of felt and thread into heirloom quality pieces for your nursery. So, here's what's on the agenda today. I have 4 dreamy space baby mobiles, complete with needle felted clouds, gold stars, a crescent moon, and sweet little wool ball accents. Then I've got 2 coastal cowboys. Then I have 3 custom colored dog mobiles, because every fur baby deserves to be part of the nursery, period. I've got 3 German short-haired pointer baby mobiles, which means today I'll also be painting all day. Lots and lots of tiny little dog spots ahead. Oh, and lastly, a mountain of wooden argent frames that need to be assembled and shipped out. It's a lot, but honestly, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I am so beyond grateful that I get to do this, to be home with my boys, to stay creative, and run a business that actually lights me up. It's not just about baby mobiles. It's about making things that matter. Little pieces of art that hang in your baby's nurseries. Witness the first giggles, the first words, sleepy little eyes looking up at them. Things that become part of your family's story. So thank you for being here, for supporting Handmade, for cheering on small businesses like mine. If this video made you smile, laugh, or even inspired you just a little, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment. Tell me your favorite mobile theme, or just tell me the craziest thing you've ever tried during a nesting phase. Because, listen, I know some of y'all went feral. Don't lie. I'll see you next week. Some chaos, some creativity, same wildly messy but beautiful handmade life. All right, I better get back to these orders. Probably refill somebody's snack cup, or maybe just break up another fight. Stay creative, guys. Stay cozy, and always stay wonderfully made.